When you stop on your way home for some hot dogs, sandwiches, or French fries on a cold winter night or a hot summer afternoon, the first thing that you can think of is a tangy-sweetish, seasoned tomato sauce, a world-popular condiment known as tomato ketchup. Did you know that just 4 spoons of ketchup contain the same value of nutrients as an entire tomato? Statistics say that a person eats about 3 bottles of ketchup each year, and it is found in 97% of American households. Like every other thing, ketchup has its own interesting story too, and in this video, we will tap into it and answer questions like how exactly is that bright red bottle sitting in our kitchen made, and where did it come from? Hello and welcome to the new video by the Education Magazine. In the video, we will enlighten you about how tomato ketchup is made and will take you on a trip about its history and manufacturing process. History of tomato ketchup. The name ketchup traces back to an old Chinese sauce, ketchup or ketchup. Similar to their nature, a few Brits traded this sauce back home around the 18th century, and after a series of experiments with different vegetables as its base, the recipe for tomato ketchup was invented. This took another 64 years for Heinz to change the way people eat across the world when he publicly started selling it by 1876. Let us check out how we fill out this overwhelming need for ketchup by diving straight into its manufacturing process. How tomato ketchup is made. Starting from freshly picked tomatoes to that tangy red bottle you get home, ketchup undergoes several steps and processes. But seeking for best quality tomatoes, characterized by their color, flavor, texture, and yield, is considered a primary task. Number 1. Pulping. Separating seeds, stems, and skin from the pulp is a crucial task that is extracted by pushing chopped and pre-cooked tomatoes into the pulping machine, commonly known as the cyclone. The pulp and juices are further processed and filtered through screens. Number 2. Cooking and adding ingredients. The pulp is then heated into kettles at a temperature of 80 degrees along with anti-forming compounds to avoid forming. An explicit amount of salt, vinegar, spices, and sweeteners are added to the pulp. Most of the spices are added early in the cooking process to avoid evaporation. This mixture is then cooked for 30 to 45 minutes and circulated by rotating blades in the cooker. Number 3. Finishing. The ketchup mixture is then passed through a finishing machine. This removes excess fibers and particles through the screen for a smoother consistency. The ketchup further passes to a holding tank where it might be milled at high temperature and pressure for smoothing. Number 4. Removing air. Excess air is removed from the ketchup to avoid the growth of bacteria and discoloration. It can also cause unwanted air pockets and delay the closure process. Number 5. Filling and cooling. The ketchup is passed through receiving tanks at a temperature of more than 88 degrees to prevent contamination. Containers are then instantly sealed to lock their freshness. When ketchup is kept at a high temperature after cooking, it can lose its flavor due to stack burning. Therefore, the containers of ketchup are cooled by cold air or water. Number 6. Packing and labeling. The ketchup is then finally labeled, which contains ingredients, product information, date, and shelf life. The bottled ketchup ready for shipping is inspected one last time before entering your kitchen. This entire process from raw tomatoes to the world-popular condiment tomato ketchup takes 2 to 3 hours to manufacture. Out of the basic flavors like sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami, tomato ketchup is one of the rare food items on earth that embraces all these 5 flavors at once. No doubt ketchup will continue to rule all the dips and remain your first preference for a divinity of flavors. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this video. Also, please subscribe to the Education Magazine's YouTube channel for more interesting stories.